In today's video, we will hear about the abnormal encounters or supernatural phenomena that some individuals have experienced during work. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not is not for me to decide. However, be sure that every single person who has in some way or another encountered it surely knows that there is more to this world than meets the eye. Also, remember to like the video and subscribe if you want more content just like this. Secrets behind closed doors. The year was 1992, and a bustling town found itself amid a transformative period. The once thriving electronics store, a staple of the community, had decided to relocate, leaving behind an empty shell of a building that housed not only its memories, but also its peculiarities. As the dust settled from the departure, the opportunity for expansion beckoned to the nearby mattress store, prompting David Turner, a seasoned manager known for his meticulous approach, to spearhead the endeavor. Amidst the excitement of growth, David couldn't ignore the strange state of the warehouse left by the electronics store. The floor bore the scars of time, with sections of torn linoleum hinting at years of heavy foot traffic. Oddly dirty walls whispered a silent history, one that seemed to linger beyond the surface. Despite the oddities, David pressed on, his focus fixed on the impending renovation and expansion. Carpenters and painters joined the efforts, injecting new life into the worn-out space. However, as the first strokes of paint touched the walls, and the whir of power tools echoed through the warehouse, an unsettling undercurrent began to surface. Power tools, once reliable instruments, succumbed to mysterious malfunctions. Screws, diligently fastened, began to defy the laws of physics, unscrewing themselves in an eerie display of defiance. Undeterred, the painters diligently covered every inch of the area, including the enigmatic spot in the warehouse floor. Fresh coats of paint enveloped the torn linoleum, providing a semblance of renewal to the worn-out surface. Yet, as the final strokes were applied, an unforeseen twist manifested itself. The paint, eager to dry and solidify the transformation, avoided one specific location. A sense of unease permeated the air as the wet paint revealed peculiar symbols beneath its surface. The once mundane task of renovation took an unexpected turn, shattering the illusion of normalcy. The crew exchanged perplexed glances, their collective silence acknowledging the peculiar turn of events. The warehouse, now partially reborn with a fresh coat of paint, bore witness to an unfolding mystery, as though the building itself harbored secrets eager to be unearthed. The incessant hum of power tools filled the air as carpenters diligently worked to transform the vacant electronics store into an expanded haven for mattresses. David Turner, the meticulous manager overseeing the entire project, couldn't shake off the oddities that plagued the warehouse. The torn floor and dirty walls in a specific spot seemed inconspicuous at first, mere remnants of the electronics store's departure. However, as the painters worked to bring life to the desolate space, an unexpected supernatural twist unfolded. The painters, equipped with their brushes and paint cans, covered every inch of the area, meticulously erasing the remnants of the electronics store's presence. Even the mysterious spot received its fair share of attention as the fresh coat of paint covered the torn floor and peculiarly dirty walls. As the last stroke was applied, a collective sigh of relief echoed in the warehouse. The transformation was nearly complete, or so they thought. Over the weekend, as the paint dried and the store remained closed, David decided to inspect the progress. His brisk footsteps echoed through the empty halls as he approached the once mysterious spot. To his bewilderment, the paint remained wet, defying the laws of drying and revealing mysterious symbols beneath its surface. A chill ran down David's spine as he stared at the enigmatic markings, realizing that something far more profound was at play. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, David began an intensive investigation. His search led him to a concealed switch under a closed-off toilet, an element that had gone unnoticed during the initial inspection. With a hesitant press, the switch activated a mechanism, causing the wall adjacent to the mysterious spot to shift subtly. A faint, foreboding creak accompanied the emergence of a hidden door. As the door swung open, David was met with a sudden and drastic temperature shift. The once uniform warehouse air turned cool and damp, hinting at an unseen abyss beyond the threshold. Entering cautiously, David's senses were overwhelmed by the sight of a clandestine room, frozen in time. Old bloodstains adorned the floor, and dirty towels lay scattered, painting a haunting picture of a past that had been concealed from prying eyes. An ancient Lego set and a knife, stained with dried blood, further deepened the mystery. Standing on the precipice of the unknown, David grappled with a mix of trepidation and fascination. The room seemed to defy the very laws of existence, concealed behind layers of forgotten time. Little did he know that the revelations within were merely the tip of an iceberg, as the true nature of this hidden space would continue to elude comprehension and cast a lingering shadow over the unfolding horror. As David cautiously retreats from the chilling revelations within the hidden room, he grapples with the ominous remnants of the past. The atmosphere, now thick with tension, prompts David to take action. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, he contacts the local authorities, urging them to investigate the inexplicable occurrences and unsettling artifacts that have surfaced during the mattress store's expansion. The police, armed with a newfound sense of urgency, initiate inquiries into the room's dark secrets. Their efforts, however, are met with frustration as attempts to contact the former electronics store manager yield no results. The enigmatic figure responsible for the establishment of the concealed room has vanished, leaving behind a void in the narrative. Undeterred, the investigators focus on the room itself, carefully sealing it off from prying eyes. The sealed mystery becomes a haunting symbol within the mattress store, a testament to the uncharted territories of the past. Despite their best efforts, the room remains silent, guarding its secrets behind closed walls. The local community, captivated by the unfolding events, is left to wonder about the hidden room's purpose and the stories it conceals. As the mattress store resumes its expansion, the sealed mystery serves as a solemn reminder that some enigmas may elude resolution, perpetuating a sense of lingering unease within the once bustling workplace. The Dream Office. In the bustling heart of a new city, Megan found herself at a crossroads, her life taking an unexpected turn after a divorce. Seeking a fresh start, she moved into a charming yet slightly worn-down apartment building. The city's energy was both invigorating and overwhelming, a stark contrast to the quiet life she had left behind. As Megan settled into her new routine, a peculiar series of dreams began to visit her each night. In these dreams, she found herself in a vast office space surrounded by unfamiliar yet oddly familiar faces. The dream office was filled with the hum of productivity, the clatter of keyboards, and the murmur of business conversations. The dreams were vivid, each night bringing new details and faces. Yet the core setting remained the same. Driven by curiosity, Megan decided to explore the connection between her dreams and her waking life. One day, as she perused the local newspaper, an advertisement caught her eye. A company in the city was looking for talented individuals to join their team. To her astonishment, the office in the ad was an exact replica of the one from her recurring dreams, and the faces of the people in the advertisement mirrored those she had encountered during her nightly visions. Eager to unravel the mystery, Megan applied for the job. The déjà vu intensified when she received an interview invitation. As she nervously entered the office building, she couldn't shake the feeling that she had walked those halls countless times in her dreams. During the interview, the manager, a perceptive individual named Mr. Thompson, noticed Megan's address on her application. With a thoughtful expression, Mr. Thompson mentioned that an old colleague of hers had worked at the company and had lived in the same apartment building. Megan's heart skipped a beat as she realized that the dreams weren't merely figments of her imagination. They were a strange premonition, a glimpse into a parallel reality that seemed to be converging with her own. Taking it as a sign, Megan embraced the opportunity and accepted the job. The dreams, once enigmatic, now felt like a guiding force leading her to a new chapter in her life. The office became her second home, and the people in her dreams became her colleagues in reality. However, the illusion of serendipity began to crumble almost 4 weeks into her new job. During a casual conversation with a coworker, Megan learned the shocking truth about the old colleague she had replaced. He hadn't quit the job or been let go. He had tragically lost his life in a traffic accident while biking to work. The revelation sent shivers down Megan's spine. The dreams that had initially felt like a guiding light now cast a haunting shadow over her daily life. She couldn't shake the feeling that the dreams were a spectral echo of the past, a connection between the living and the departed that defied logical explanation. Haunted by the uncanny events, Megan continued her work at the company, grappling with the surreal blend of dreams and reality that had brought her to this point. The once comforting familiarity of the office now carried an eerie weight, a reminder that sometimes the boundary between the living and the ethereal is a thin and mysterious line. In the heart of Manhattan in the 90s, the towering office building stood as a silent sentinel in the night. Henry Turner, a seasoned security guard at 52, found solace in the quiet routine of the night shift. With grizzled features etched by years of experience, Henry was a man of few words, preferring the reassuring click of his flashlight against the linoleum floors to the idle chatter of the day. A former detective with the neat teeth, Henry took the night shift at the office building, an unassuming structure with a history that seemed to have faded into obscurity. The flickering fluorescent lights above barely illuminated the cold hallways, and the hum of the air conditioning served as a constant reminder of the building's isolation. Henry's nights were routine, at least until the unexplainable began to unfold. It started innocently enough. During his patrols, Henry began to notice subtle anomalies. A draft that seemed to defy the stillness of the night, an inexplicable drop in temperature that sent a shiver down his spine. At first, he dismissed them as the quirks of aging building, remnants of a time long gone. However, the disturbances escalated. Untraceable footsteps echoed through the empty corridors, their origin eluding Henry's vigilant gaze. The surveillance cameras captured fleeting shadows, figures that seemed to materialize out of nowhere and dissolve into the darkness. Henry's skepticism wavered as the evidence mounted, challenging his rational explanations. One night, as he made his rounds through the dimly lit hallways, Henry detected an unsettling sound. Distant laughter, light but unmistakably haunting. It reverberated through the emptiness, leaving him to question whether the echoes were the remnants of past conversations or something more ethereal. The laughter seemed to follow him, growing louder and more unsettling as he delved deeper into the building's forgotten corners. The nights became an intricate dance between duty and the unknown. Henry's once confident strides now carried a weight of uncertainty. He found himself consulting the building's records, dusting off forgotten files that hinted at a history tainted by financial scandals and corporate intrigues. Could these unearthed secrets be the catalyst for the supernatural occurrences that now plagued the office building? As Henry pieced together the fragments of the past, he discovered that the building had been witness to shady dealings, betrayals, and a tragic incident that had long been buried in the annals of time. The spirits of the past, it seemed, were reluctant to fade away, manifesting an inexplicable phenomena that defied the laws of the tangible world. Haunted by the realization that the supernatural forces at play might be tied to the building's tormented history, Henry pressed on. He began to communicate with the spirits, addressing them as if they were long-lost acquaintances. In the dead of night, he spoke of closure, of finding peace in the afterlife. The footsteps became less frequent, the laughter less piercing. Eventually, as Henry's connection with the otherworldly entities deepened, he found himself no longer at odds with the mysterious forces that had disrupted his nightly routine. Instead, a sense of understanding emerged, a truce between the living and the lingering spirits. With the passage of time, the night shifts returned to their quiet routine. The drafts ceased, and the laughter faded into the echoes of memory. The surveillance cameras no longer captured elusive shadows, leaving Henry to ponder whether he had truly forged a connection with the supernatural or if the spirits had found the peace they sought. Henry, once a skeptic, left the office building with a newfound respect for the unexplainable. The Manhattan skyline witnessed the closing chapter of a tale that transcended the boundaries between the living and the spectral, leaving Henry Turner with a story that he carried with him into the silent nights of his future.